Today, you're going to discover the AI sites getting millions of free traffic with SEO. You'll learn how to create one-click free AI SEO tools live in this video of Kasra Dash. Welcome.
Hello.
And we'll also compare Claude 3.5 Sonnet versus Poe versus Perplexity for creating free one-click AI SEO tools to see which one is the best for creating them.
Yeah, so I think we've done a video on this when we were using Claude to create like an AI writing tool. It done an okay job. I think maybe our expertise our very high, mine and Julian's. So maybe we messed up a little bit, but we're gonna be improving in that, and we're also gonna be comparing all three of them, seeing which one's the best.
100%. And also, we've got the previous prompts that we've used, so we can quickly jump straight into them and also share what's working and how to quickly get into it. So, should save people watching a lot of time. And also, all the prompts and all the tools that we create today, we can just share with people at the end of the video and they can get free access to it too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. All right, so let's start with Claude. We've got Poe ready to go over here and Perplexity. By the way, if you're not sure about Poe, Poe is an underrated AI tool where you can basically create your own bots like this. You can create your own one-click AI SEO tools. I don't pay for this, but you can see you can choose between multiple different models right here. And the cool thing about this is the a lot of these are free models. So, for example, subscriber access. Obviously, you're not going to use that in your tool because you have to pay for it. Subscribe. But for example, Claude 3 Haiku, Claude 3 Opus, etc., Claude 3 Sonnet, you can use all of these for free using Poe to create your own bots. So what we'll do is we'll jump straight back into that SP we created previously with a bunch of AI SEO tools. And we can start off by using Claude to go with something like this. Now, if we were going to create a keyword research tool like this to embed on our site, let's say, is there anything that you would change in the prompt before we plug it into Claude?
I think where we messed up on last time is we should probably make it niche relevant as opposed to just making it overall. I think we should pick a niche. And if I'm being honest with you, I think that even if somebody was to actually create this as an actual tool where you select the niche, you're probably going to get much better output as opposed to just letting it run wild. So let's do the niche of like coffee, for example, because I think that the output's going to be a lot better and it's going to train itself on which keywords to basically output.
Yeah, and I think we actually did create something similar to that, which is this. Let's have a look. It might be this one right here, keywords plus content. Let's have a look. I'll just edit the details and we'll check the previous knowledge we've given it. So it's this one right here, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So what we can do is we can take this prompt right here and then we can copy and paste that. And I'll show you exactly how to create your own tool using Claude. So there's two ways you can do it. Basically, you can do it for free directly inside Claude. And this is free. So you can use Claude 3.5 Sonnet directly there. Otherwise, if people are watching this and they have the premium version of Claude, then you can actually create a new project right here using Claude. So we'll start off with a new chat and I'll show you how to do this. And these are the prompts that we actually came up with together, right, Kasra?
Yeah, this was from our previous video that we done, but it'll be interesting to see if it's improved since the last time we've used it as well.
Okay. So I said, gotcha, mate. Let's dive into this coffee website. What's the main keyword or topic you want me to tackle first? So I guess we could say something like best coffee.
Yeah, we could either go down that route or we could go down the route of coffee machines, but whichever one that you want.
Let's go with that then. Let's go with coffee machines.
How come it's not doing the preview? Do we need to
Just go back to
specify
start
what
new
it's
chat
doing?
and we'll say create a keyword research tool. There we go. And by the way, if people watching this and you're not sure like how to get the preview, you just need to enable it in your settings. So just go to settings, enable artifacts, and it should be there, which is, for example, if we go back to Claude, settings,
I think it's if you go back to
feature
um,
preview, right?
you go.
Yeah. If you go down to your name in the bottom left, click on feature preview, and then just make sure you've got that enabled so that you can preview this stuff. So go back to the keyword research tool, got it generated on the right over here. It has not given us a preview. So we'll say, give me the preview. It's one of those days where everything's just breaking, right? It's one of those days. I remember
Oh,
this
right.
last year when ChatGPT was new and it just stopped working all the time.
Do you know what? Claude done that to me the other day, when I was recording a video, and I was like, "Do you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking record this video now." Just got
That's
really pissed off. Maybe if you say to it, "I want to embed this on my website," maybe that might give you a better output.
Should we keep that bit in?
Can do.
It's not doing it, right? Or is it?
I think I remember how it used to
Oh, there we
like.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I think if you get that error, you can just copy and paste this prompt right here.
Think
Go on.
I think that if you try to expect it to do everything right for the first time, it probably won't. So I think that you always need to go back and forth when you're trying to generate these tools. It's very often where they just don't get it right. So I think that going back and forth with it, almost like how I see it is it's almost like a text message. So it'll be interesting to see what it's actually come back with. Best espresso coffee beans for home brewing.
You've actually got a coffee website, right?
No, I don't even drink coffee.
Did you not create one?
No. Oh
Before,
shit! Yeah,
yeah.
no, sorry. Yeah, I don't even remember the domain.
It was ranking too.
Coffee something. I completely forgot about that website.
All right. So we got the. So we've used this prompt right here. Create a keyword tool and preview it. Ask for my topic cluster, then generate the keywords. For keyword research, do this and don't give me this error is super common on Claude. Preempt the AI by inserting this, and it will save you a lot of time.
Yeah,
It's generated the preview, and it's only generated the preview because we put and preview it. And then you can insert your topical cluster right there, and it will generate some keywords. Now, personally, I'm going to say this is BS,
and the competition is also probably.
and the competition is BS.
Yeah,
But let's take a keyword like, for example, this one. We'll plug it into Google, and we can see this is relevant. Do you think would you go for a keyword like that, like super long tail?
I think what we could potentially do is give it a prompt, like go do keyword research based off of the Google dropdown or potentially off of search volume, and it might actually end up giving a better response.
Google autocomplete.
Yeah. Or potentially you could maybe you could even do the alphabet soup method as well.
Is there anything else? Would you remove the search volume?
Yeah, I probably would. Same with the competition as well. I don't think that you should even be worried about something like that.
That's an interesting one. Do you want to? Some people will be watching this and going, "Why wouldn't you worry about that?"
So even if you're using like Ahrefs keyword difficulty is based off of the keyword that you've inputted and how many links each of those web pages have. So if there's 10 results and the average of those 10 pages have 5,000 links, then it's going to be quite a difficult keyword to rank for. It might be like a keyword difficulty of 80 plus, 90 plus. If the average of those 10 results have a average of, let's say, 10 backlinks or 0 or 4 backlinks, it's going to be a lot easier to rank for. But keyword difficulty is massively flawed because it's not actually taking into consideration how topical authority that website is. So, for example, there might be a website that's ranking only because of the links, or there might be a website ranking only because of the actual content on that website. Let's say every single article talks about lawnmowers, and you might think that's a really easy keyword difficulty because Ahrefs is saying 0 keyword difficulty, but it doesn't take into consideration that website has 6,000 articles on lawnmowers. So it's based off of a page by page level ranking factor, and it's completely flawed.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. All right, so we've got the coffee alphabet soup research tool, very niche right there.
Yeah.
Then we're going to put espresso and generate the keywords. Could be a long day.
This could be a 1 hour video. This.
All right, so personally, what I would do is go back to the previous prompt, but I would tweak it a little bit. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I would tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Put
I would tweak it.
but what's your out of 10?
0.2. It's not looking great. Let's put it that way.
We'll move on in a second, but I would say, yeah, I'd agree with you. It was probably spent 20 or 30 minutes on this using the previous prompt. Like it should be way faster.
Yeah.
So we'll put no need to include competition to search volume. And also, I think don't go too long tail because some of those keywords are just crazy long tail. The
Yeah.
one thing that I would say when you're creating tools like this with Claude is that it actually doesn't use the AI. It's just using code to generate it. So it's like a spinner for keywords.
This is why I thought that if you go too niche, you're going to get a much better result because you're getting the research value that Claude actually has, but then you're also getting the coding purposes that Claude actually has access to as well. This looks a lot better.
All right. What are you going to rate that out of 10?
Let me see the entire, maybe a 5 out of 10. It's not, but it's not the best, but it's also not the worst either.
So we'll put Kasra's rating 5 out of 10 on that. If you want the prompt, it's right there. And you just plug it into Claude using the methods so far. All right. Let's hope we're more successful on the next ones.
Yeah.
So from here, what we can do is we can go into Poe and create our own bot as well. And so, by the way, if you are using this, then what you can do is you can just star that chat, and then you can come back to the tool anytime you need it.
Yeah.
And so it's ready to go. Let's shut it down. I've had enough of that. Let's move on quickly. So we're going to go on to Poe, and I'm going to show you how I typically use this for creating tools, and you can see what you think, Kasra, okay?
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
we'll call this keyword research. And what you can actually do here is you can just select the model. So we can go with something basic like GPT 3.5 Turbo, or another one that a lot of people like is Claude 3 Opus. Now that seems to be limited. Let's have a look. So that's subscriber only, but we can go with Sonnet. In fact, we can go with 3.5 Sonnet. So the model that we just used inside Claude, we can use inside this bot as well. And then we can take a similar prompt to this, but I'm going to tweak it because this is not using code, it's actually using AI. And so we'll say create a keyword tool. We'll change that to you're a keyword tool for SEO. Ask for my topic cluster, then generate the keywords. No need to include competition search volume. Don't go too long tail. Probably give me like 20 suggestions.
Yeah.
Then we'll use the same prompt right here and we can delete that error that typically comes back right there. We're going to take that prompt right here. We'll plug it into the prompt section inside Poe. The knowledge base, what you could actually do, I think would be quite interesting here, is that you could take the keyword data from Google AdWords and upload that into the knowledge base right here. If you actually did want to generate search volumes, and it'd be a little bit more accurate.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Plug the bio keyword research. You can also, quite interesting, inside Poe, you can actually make money. So see this monetization section right here? You can switch on a daily message limit. And then if people go beyond that, it automatically charges them to generate more responses.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite nice. And then you can set a price per 1,000 messages. So we'll hit create bot, change the handle to keywords legend. And then I'm going to say, give me keywords. And then it said, okay, to get started, could you please provide me with the main topic cluster? So we'll put espresso right here. Now we've got the keywords in one click. So here are the keywords.
Best espresso machines for home use, how to make perfect espresso shots. I think that this is a lot better than Claude came back with. And I think it's actually a lot more, it's not just spinning the actual content. It looks like it's actually done the research. Health benefits of drinking espresso tasting guide for beginners. What's your thoughts on it? I think that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I would say that's this. Personally, I'm going to go as generous as a 7.5 here.
All right.
What are you saying?
I was gonna go with 7, but
Okay.
we can up it to 7.5. We can up it to 7. I feel like I'm Simon Cowell. I'm just really like giving everything just like a 2.5 out of 10.
So I've actually got another idea that I think will get a much higher rating on Claude, but we'll come back to it in a second.
All right.
So this was completely free to generate. Anyone can generate it watching this, and you can even make money using this as well. Plus, you could probably rank it on Google because Poe is a high domain rating website. So if you're trying to rank for something like SEO cost calculator or something like that, something long tail that's low competition, then this will be quite easy. The next and final method that we're going to talk about until we go back to Claude is using Perplexity. Now, I think if we go to library and then we'll go to collections, we can use exactly the same prompt, the one that got a 7.5 out of 10 from Kasra, and we'll put in the A prompt, right? And then we'll plug in the title. So we'll put this keyword research legend. We can add a cheeky little emoji. No need to add a description, but I will make this shareable. If anyone wants access to this just to see what it's like or to copy the style that we've done it with, then I will make this shareable. And then we'll hit create. Pretty simple and easy to do. And now we can say, all right, keywords. This actually, it went full savage mode. It didn't even want to hear my cluster or my topic, but it just created the keywords straight off the bat. But they look relevant and they look useful for a coffee website. What would you say?
How to make iced coffee at home, best coffee beans for French press. Yeah, I don't think that's terrible. Top rated coffee grinders under $100. Yeah, I think again, the issue that we had with Claude is that it done the research once and it just was spinning the actual keywords. So I think that at least with Perplexity and with Poll, actually, it looks like it went to do the research and it came back.
What would you rate that out of 10?
I would probably go with 7.5 as well.
Wow.
Why?
No,
Would
that's
you
great.
rate that
That's
as
good.
higher?
No, that's impressive. All right, we're gonna go with one final way to generate keywords with Claude. I think you might need the paid version to do this, but if you let's go to Claude and then we'll go to projects. You can create a new project like this, and instead of using code, this will actually generate using AI. So we can say, for example, we can call it that, describe it however you want. And then inside the custom instructions right here, we're going to take the same prompt, but what we're also going to do is we'll go to keyword Google AdWords.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. This is going to be an 8 out of 10.
Thought we'd try and end it on this. It could be a 2 out of 10. I don't know how much. It might ignore the instructions from the keyword planner, but we'll try it anyway. So we're going to click on discover new keywords. We'll put in just a coffee niche in general. Get results. It's generated like 1,000 pages worth of keywords. We can download them as a CSV. Might take a couple of minutes or so. There we go, it's downloaded. We'll save those instructions. We'll upload the data, as you can see right here, from Google AdWords, which is free to get as well. And then inside the instructions, we just need to make sure that it prioritizes that data over anything else that it's been trained on. So I'm going to say, don't use the data you've been trained on. Only use the project knowledge I've uploaded. Is there anything else you would like try and use to make sure it's locked into that knowledge we've uploaded?
I think that potentially mentioning that at the beginning might actually be a little bit more beneficial, because I would probably say that's probably the most important prompt out of any one of the prompts that we've given it. So yeah, sometimes you just need to make certain you're stacking your prompts in the correct manner as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty spot on now.
And then on the list, we'll also put include competition and search volume.
Yep.
So now we're going to try using Claude, which was previously rated at an absolutely shocking score of 5 out of 10.
Yeah, Claude does not like me today.
It's actually gathering the data from the upload, but let's see.
Pondering, mate.
So we'll put espresso in here maybe, or coffee machines maybe. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's try it.
I think it'd be better in a table format, but that is actually a keyword that's been searched. What do you think to that so far?
So we've got budget friendly programmable coffee makers with timer. Can you search that? Let's take a look at the difficulty on that, because it's actually said it's low competition. And to be honest, I've never even heard of that before. Can you actually search it and see what kind of results that we get? There's some big sites on there, so I don't know where it's getting its competition from.
Do you think that's from PPC?
I'm not certain.
And see what it comes up with. So it's got the keyword right there. but the competition is not filled in. And the average monthly search is actually 0 to 10,
I
not
wonder
500.
if it's not filled in, it just automatically assumes it's low competition. Because if that's the case, then it's not accurate. But one thing I will say is, if we're just going to review the keywords that's come back with, I think that the keywords that's come back with are probably a lot more. It's probably a lot cleaner than the other examples, because you've actually given it the PPC data. Yeah, I think we'll go with a 8 out of 10.
Wow. It's never been seen before.
The ultimate thing about all of this is you can obviously get much better response with like Ahrefs. I still don't think any of them come close to Ahrefs or SEMrush and stuff. But we've just done this for free. Am I right in saying that's all free, or is Claude
Yeah.
paid?
No, see, you can use a prompt like that for free, and then you would upload the data from Google Keywords Planner for free as well.
Right. So I mean, for something that's free, if you guys don't have much budget, I think that download some of these prompts that Julian's basically done, and you will see some good results. One thing I will say to all of them is that if you try to go too broad, if you just say to code me a keyword planning tool or a keyword research tool, I think that you're not going to get really accurate results. So if you give it some more data, let's say you've got a law website, or let's say you have got I don't know, an accountancy website, if you can give it a little bit more of a helping hand, you could definitely use some of these tools, and you might never actually need Ahrefs and stuff.
Yeah, the other thing I would say is it's much easier to do this alongside someone else. If you can get someone with your team, like for example us, you gave a lot of great ideas into improving it, and then working together with someone else like that, like you could just problem solve a lot faster.
Yeah, definitely.
So thanks so much for watching. What I'm going to do is I will plug this document inside my free SEO course, which you can get link in the comments and description. Just go to SEO systems and then Claude tools. And you've got all the prompts from today. So for example, starting from the 5 out of 10 tool down here to the Po one, to Perplexity and to Claude. So even though the first attempt with Claude was probably the worst, Claude still wins overall because of this method right here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being on, Kasra.
Thanks.
And if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to book that in. Links in the comments and description. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors this month. And basically one-to-one on a call. We'll answer any questions you have. You'll discover the secrets of link building, and we'll give you a free SEO domination plan. Plus, Kasra, I know you're going to be creating a video as well on free tools, right? So if people want to see that, just flick over to your channel probably in a few days or so.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to upload mine today. So by the time this video goes out, it will be live.
Awesome. All right. Cheers for being on.
Thanks for having me.